very well-known issue is that everybody's broke. And the reason why everybody's broke is because people lack financial literacy. The reason why people lack financial literacy is because nobody knows how money flows, nobody knows how money is operated. It puts you in a position where you're consistently falling victim to the system. Once you come out of high school and you're off to university, you're going out and you're taking a loan from the government to be able to fund school. As you're working for a private company that is paying you decent money and could make use of your services, only option that you really have after getting your bachelor's degree is to go work for the federal government. This is what it's like where I come from. I don't know what it's like where everybody else comes from, but at least as far as what I've known and what I'm raised upon, I'm from Ottawa, Ontario. We live in the capital of the country in Canada, and the parliament's literally like 15 to 20 minutes away from where I grew up. Everybody just knows government work. Obviously, stability and having a pension is a great opportunity, especially if you're somebody that plans to retire at a certain age. However, it puts you in a position where you take a loan from the government to go back and work for the government, to then pay taxes to the government, to pay back the government using the money that the government paid you. Let that sink in. You take a loan from the government to learn how to work for the government, to make money from the government and pay back your taxes to the government as well as your loan to the government. So you're consistently always going to be in debt to the government. Nobody is taught any sort of financial literacy. You can literally go to the bank and take out a lump sum of money and actually put that money to use and turn it into something significant. And that would essentially be leveraging debt. Nobody understands how money works. People just know how to pay their bills. People just know how to make a monthly check, whether it's 5K a month, 6K a month, 10K a month, whatever it is, and live within their means. But a lot of this money could be leveraged, and people don't understand how to leverage it. There's always need in the market for something. There's always some products you could sell. There's always some services you could offer. There's always something that somebody's going to be needing that you can give to another person. Money is shared, if you think about it from that perspective. Let's say you are selling a beauty product. What softwares do you need to sell these beauty products? Well, who knows? You might need a website. Your website needs a domain. You have to find a supplier. So these are all people that are going to be making money off of you making money from somebody else. Now that person that's paying you for whatever product has to be making their money somewhere. Money is shared. And I think what it comes down to is who's capable of, one, leveraging money the best, because you could easily put money into the market and grow a portfolio. However, once again, money is shared. Anytime somebody else wins, somebody else is losing. We just lack, I don't even know if I want to say ambition, but I think nowadays a lot of people lack accountability. They want to blame everybody else for them losing. They want to blame everybody else for being in a position where they can't necessarily support their family. They want to hold everybody else accountable to their poor decisions. Large majority of times people will make poor decisions. If you look at your bank statements and you look at your bank account and you look at all the money that you're spending and where you're spending it, there is probably a large majority of that money that's being spent on things that you don't even need. Let's put it into perspective. Let's say you're gonna go do groceries. Wait, I'm actually heading to Walmart now, but let's say you're gonna go do groceries. What are you buying? Me personally, when I do groceries, I don't even buy snacks. But you have people that snack on chips, you have people that snack on this and that. And not to say if you like those things, don't enjoy it, but there's definitely a place in your life where there's certain things that you could cut out that would put you in a better financial position to then reinvest that money into something else. Hold yourself accountable to certain expenses. Take the time to sit down and actually think about what you could be doing with your life, about how you could pick up some extra funds from one place and move it to another place. Think about maybe, I don't know, if your house is paid off and you want to get into real estate rentals, you could potentially refinance your house and use that money to put a down payment on another place and rent out that current place at a profit. You don't need a tremendous amount of money. It's a matter of understanding how to leverage the opportunities that you have. Yes, there are people out there that started from a place where they had maybe a head start, but the funds had to come from somewhere. We're all born the same way. We're maybe not all born with the same opportunities, but opportunities definitely do arise within a lifetime. And considering opportunities do arise in a lifetime, you guys have to understand what opportunities there are to take advantage of. You don't know how many times I've met people in public that'll tell me, here's a business that you should start, but nobody will actually take the time to sit down and actually take action on that. Anytime something comes to mind and anytime I think about something from a business perspective, I weigh the pros and the cons, and if it's something that I value and I find worth it for myself, I will take advantage of that opportunity. Put it this way, how many times I've heard somebody say, oh, I wanted to do that and this person did it instead. But it's like you had the same opportunity to take advantage of it. How many times I've heard somebody say, I want to start a clothing brand, but I don't have the money for it. Well, figure out how to start the clothing brand with no money. How many times people say, oh, I've gotten into trading, but it just didn't work for me, so I stopped. I hear this on a day-to-day basis. I would say 9 out of 10 people that I talk to have had some sort of business venture idea or have had some sort of ambition to do something with the lack of commitment to actually taking the time to do it. People value their free time over anything else, but aren't going to take their free time to invest into something that can create more free time for them. So honestly, I think the lesson of today, and I guess what I've been just falling upon, people just lack the overall knowledge and ambition to want to make a change in their life and want to make a difference in their life. I've never been able to understand that. I would say the average human that I've encountered in public, and I'm a guy that networks a lot, right? I talk to a lot of people. When I go out in public, I try to nitpick at people's experiences and things that people have gone through in their life and where people have maybe made mistakes, so I don't make those mistakes myself. I try to gain as much knowledge as possible from anybody. I'm somebody that's very, I would say, open-minded. I don't ever count anything off the table. I weigh pros and cons in every situation, and it's just most people that I've spoken to just lack that sense of accountability to understand where they need to pick up in their life. Even to the extent of some people being heavily overweight and saying you want to start the gym and they push it back 3 years. But what are you doing to really change that? What do you see value in? Is it something that you want to change? And if it's not something that you want to change, then why complain about it? Why complain about something if you're not going to do anything about it? If you're not going to do anything about the thing that you're complaining about, stop complaining. Because to every issue, a large majority of the times, there's a solution. And if you're going to complain about something and not take the means to create that solution or find that solution, there's absolutely no point of you just sitting there and complaining about it. It's just an additional stress, and it's just something that, once again, you don't hold yourself accountable to. It's tough. And this life is definitely not easy, and I understand that people go through mental health issues and for whatever reason they're incapable of performing at their best potential. But in every situation, you really just have to look at yourself and just understand, if I do this in this place, this is where I could be. I don't know, I just feel like too many people just don't take the opportunity to even try and change their lives. Everybody is broke, and people lack the knowledge and the accountability perspective of it. That brings us to the end of this video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.